my dream, I undressed. And I went naked into the marsh. I danced out quietly in the wind into the cool water of the swamp. I reached down, I scooped up the mud, and I painted my body black. I was dry and gray, and caked, bold cracklings carved on my flesh. And in the dark mirror of the marsh, I saw a broad white band on my brow. On my shoulders, I saw the bright red paint of blackbirds' wings, and birds rose up. My heart flew up, and this time I raised my arms. I flew high into the air, and I dived with what unnamed joy onto a single bending reed, and I held that in my claws, and I screamed. Bird anomaly grips the reed. The reed is so frail, it cannot bear a cloud or a butterfly. But what does the nameless bird know of this? And what do I know of birds, or poems, or words, or songs? My musician friend, Big John, was a rock and roller who had done lots of psychedelic, speed, reefer madness, and alcohol. Also a stint in an Arkansas prison work camp, and once said to me, "You know, I finally got a wart removed from my dick after spending years being afraid it was going to fall off." Oh, my dick, not the wart. Well, all of the things expected of one to become a rock and roller. I liked the way she looked at things. She would look and talk about the way the light looked. Oh, she saw light, even in shadow, and color there too. She saw how light moved and touched and changed everything, even itself. She always looked at light like that, and was always looking, and seemed to love to do it. Van Gogh talked about being an artist, that it meant always looking, seeking, without absolutely finding. I extracted a text from the dancing, singing, laughing, crying. And we did. We put a theater piece together. We mounted a production, and people came to the production. And I continued to write, jumble words up, put them together again and again and again. But I don't remember how or when I was sucked into a vortex. Once the front page of the Times art section had the headline, "New York City's Dance Gridlock." But that's not a bad gridlock to have if you're going to have gridlock. Dance gridlock. The work itself, though, was hardly locked. It was unbelievably freeing. It was being very happy and being very afraid at the same time. It was physically demanding. We demanded a lot of ourselves. But those performances, gliding, flying. Theatrical image. A man enters from stage left or right, naked, except for a thin kind of jock strap. He crosses down center, stands full front, silent. From upstage, two women enter, beautiful, both are bare-breasted, and each carries half of a melon, the inside scooped out, filled with body paint. They cross down, chanting. They stand on either side of the man, and with the paint from the melons, they paint his face and his body. They dress him in a flimsy, silky dress. Then walk away, upstage. The man walks away, and we hear what could be the faint cry of an infant or the distant wail of a wounded animal. He exits stage left to right, and we realize the sound has come from him. Empty stage, silence. Then suddenly from off stage, loud noise, a bang! And the man re-enters. He's still in the dress, but now with a very large ironing board with which he wrestles violently, banging around the stage. He's fighting it in a desperate struggle for his life. Ah, yes, that's experimental theater. And I did that. I did that performance with the ironing board. I remember. She is the woman of memory, that performer, perfectly preserved in the amber light, and so clear. Silk dress of white, a white Italian straw of a golden hair, which tress by tress, I swear, was white. I saw her from my secret place, the shadowed doorway of dreams. I saw her lift her endless legs, gliding across the stage, but stopping once to smile at me. How I adored you. You said, there is too little mystery, don't you know? Although sometimes in the bright lights you'll see a shadow which does not belong. And that is very strange. How I adored you.